Good evening, guys. I'm back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about what I plan on planting for the fall. Or actually, we're going to be going outside in just a bit. It is Wednesday, August the... Hang on, let me get my phone. Okay. It's Tuesday, August 10th, and I'm going to go outside and get some seeds started. I have what I've picked out so far for the fall in this little box. I have some greens and some flowers and beets. I'm gonna do some pretty fall colored sunflowers and some zinnias. I'm not gonna do too many zinnias because I know that they like the heat, and I'm not sure if we have enough time for them to produce plenty. Now our first frost last year was close to December. I think it was somewhere around December 1st, the first like really hard killing frost. According to our extension office in our area, the first frost for this year should be the 1st of November. So I don't want to push it. So I'll just do a couple tester zinnias, but I definitely want to try the sunflowers too. But for sure, my greens, like the kales and mustards, will survive the frost. So we'll definitely get plenty of those for the fall garden. And I need to go through my storage. Radishes. I forgot about the radishes. Let's see, I have a ton of radishes, but those I can direct sow, so I'll wait until I get the beds cleared out and amended before I do the radishes. But actually starting seeds today will be the greens and the flowers. And I have some broccoli that I need. I have two of these containers. Let's see. I know there's a lot of seeds in here, but I don't remember pulling any of the broccoli. I have the Brussels sprouts in here. Bok choy, spinach. Maybe I did. The rutabagas are in there. All my beets, kale, peas, and then all of my flowers. I don't have any broccoli seeds. That can't be. I have another thing of greens. Turnips. So, green magic broccoli, purple sprouting broccoli, stonehead cabbage. These are lettuces. Alright. Alright. So, that is all that I am going to get started as seeds today. So let's go outside. All right, guys, I'm outside, and since we're gonna be starting a lot of seeds, I'm gonna mix my own seed starting mix. And so I'm gonna grab my little Gorilla cart and pour rainwater in there. I just might keep that. All right, let me grab this. Alright, you guys, I have this little 3-gallon bucket that I filled about halfway up with the peat moss and then sprinkled in some perlite, and that's it. That is your typical seed starting mix. Alright, I have some little cells that I saved. I'm gonna get those filled up and start planting. Alright, you guys, hope this sound is coming through okay. It's quite windy out here, which is nice for me, but might not be so great for our audio. But you can see I have in the, here, let me pick you guys up and turn you around. Okay, in the Gorilla cart right here, I put those little, I think those are cells from Bonnie's plants that we got ages ago, but there's 10 of them in there, and I think I'm gonna try to put one variety of plant in each one, so I need to go get some tags. And then I have this seed starting tray that I think I ordered these from Amazon. You see the cells in these are quite a bit smaller, and there are a few things in here that I started ages ago, and there's flowers and herbs. The really tall one is that Ghana basil, that African basil, and then there's a couple flowers down there that were taking forever to come up, so I just put everything outside, and they decided they wanted to try to do something, and with all of the rain that we've had lately, they seem to be thriving. These are, you see the purple or reddish color on these seedlings, they're stressed out. So I need to get those out of there. I might be able to transplant them somewhere. Alright, so I am going to pull those plants out and refill those empty spaces and get everything started. Alright, you guys, I am going to start with this small 72 cell tray, and like I mentioned earlier, I think I'm going to put beets in here, and then the greens in the larger cells that I have sitting here underneath. Now I left the rainwater in this cart so that the bigger trays could be bottom watering, wicking up the water from the bottom, and I also went ahead and sprayed the top with water to make sure everything's nice and wet. And of course this tray, there's individual little cells, 6 cells in a tray, and I have water in there, and I wet it from the top so everything's nice and damp. So if you want to start off with nice damp soil, and again, all of these seeds, I might not be able to start them all, so I'll have to maybe grab some more trays. I have to search. I think I might have some more. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and be back with you guys in a bit. Tell me though, are you doing a fall garden? What are you planning on starting? Let me know. All right, you guys. Alright, you guys, I am done, but I do need to get everything labeled. But in review, just to go over what I planted today, I'm not going to worry about labeling the beets. I'll put one label in there in that little 72 cell tray, that all of those are beets. So I'm not going to worry about labeling each individual variety, but I did get this much out of all of this planted, so I do need more trays. But what I did get planted and what I need to label to, I hope I remember where everything is planted. I think this is the order. Okay, so first we have the Green Magic broccoli from Hoss Tools and purple sprouting broccoli from M.I. Gardner. The Violacio di Verona cabbage from Baker Creek. Stonehead cabbage from Hoss Tools. Brussels sprouts by Ferry-Morse. And the Dazzling Blue Kale from Baker Creek. Nero di Toscana, or dinosaur kale from Baker Creek. Russian red or ragged jack kale from Baker Creek. Scarlet kale from Baker Creek. And Casper kale from Baker Creek. So that's what I have so far started. And I started these because I thought that they would take a little bit longer, especially the broccolis and the cabbages, and the Brussels sprouts. Did I start Brussels sprouts? Yeah, and Brussels sprouts. Those I think would take longer than everything else, so I made sure I got those started. And in the meantime, I need to get more supplies for everything else. Some of these I feel pretty comfortable starting directly in the garden, like mustard greens. We just need to go ahead and get those up, and collards, rutabagas. I think most of those would do pretty good if I just direct sow them into the garden. So we just need to get our areas prepared. But I don't think I mentioned that I have some onions in here too that I need to get started. And my sunflowers, I do want to get started to give them enough time. All right, I'm going to stand those up so I know that I need to put a little extra effort into getting those done. All right, you guys, thank you again so much for following along, And I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you guys being so kind in the comments with my last video, because like I said, I've been missing not only from the garden but from YouTube for a couple weeks, and I really appreciate all the kindness. All right, thank you again, you guys, for following along with me in my little gardening journey. And if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below, and I will see you next time. Bye.